very desperate. We're desperate for a win, so we're going to do whatever it takes. Mm-hmm. I think we just got to show more bodies. I think he's seen a lot of gaps. Just one defender in front of him, so I think we just got to give him different looks, send double teams, stuff like that. But yeah, he made tough shots, contested shots. All of them were contested. He's just a elite scorer. They're a good defensive team. Um, so hopefully I can crash the board and get some extra possessions for us. But the biggest key is to get back because they're good in transition also. Um, Game one, some of the schemes we really didn't, you know, do it to a T. So we just gotta focus more on the detail. And the upcoming game tonight will be a lot better. I think just more sense of urgency. Um, just just playing with joy. I think the Brooklyn series, everybody was playing with joy. We are sharing the game. So tonight we got to go back to just sharing the game and just having fun out there and playing with each other and getting stops, running. Say it again. Well, it's the same thing. We played hard. We lost. We have another chance today to redeem ourselves. But that's the beauty of the playoffs. You know, it's gonna go up and down. I heard about that, but this is a new team, so I guess this is a 0-1 so far with a new team.
I'm comfortable with every aspect of my game. We talk about a lot of different things, but I think that if somebody's open, I'm always passing to the open guy. That's how I play. I mean, when it's time to score, I think I can do that. But as far as what we talk about as a unit is, I think the corner three is a very very important shot in today's game, and if it's there, you got to get it there because it's a people make it at a high clip. Especially JJ is damn sure who I pass it to majority of the time in the corner. I'm taking that. I mean, I don't think is it really a point guard? I think our offense is really basic for the most part. You come down, throw it to the trail. You come down, we're running floppy or something like that. It's just, it's not too hard. I think you can have Joe dribble the ball up the court and initiate offense. I just think it's a basketball position. Anybody can do it on our team. It's just all about getting everybody in the right spot. Um, I don't mind. It doesn't matter. I think that like I said, what we run is fairly simple. Anybody could do it. Is crossing the ball, past half before 8 seconds.
Is there an extra sense of urgency tonight that you guys in this game?
I mean, you want to try to steal one on the road and go back to the crib 1-1. You know, we'll go back there and look at some film and talk about the scout. But, yeah, we want to win. We don't want to go down 0-2. We didn't want to go down 0-1. But, you know, that's how the game is sometimes. We'll be okay. You know, we just got to lock in, do what we're supposed to do.
Do you think it was an adjustment for the series, how much help they were giving?
Yeah, I think from series to series it's going to be like that. From game to game, it's probably going to be like that. I think we are making adjustments of our own. I'm not sure yet. We'll talk about it as we get back there. But it's definitely a different team than what we saw last series. Yeah.
Do you think there's a mental hump to get over, given that the team hasn't won a game in this building since 2012?
I don't think so. That's another stat that may be true, but people find the weirdest ones. I guess we do have to win one here eventually, you know, whether it goes to however many games it may go to. But I think we're capable of doing it. That's on Brett Brown to do that. I'm just out there hooping. I listen to what he tells us to do.
What's the big difference in how you have to guard one versus the other? Why or
To tell you the truth, they both make shots. They're both incredible at finishing around the rim. You just got to stay in front of them, not gamble like I seem to do. Coach got on me about that. And get back in transition. You know, they're taking off full speed. You got to load. We know that. We're going to be better at that. And there you go.
You said earlier that Coach always puts on you down gamble, right? It sounds like you're still going to keep doing it.
I am.
Is part of that because he just seemed unfazed? I mean, you guys early on, he was making shots they were contested shots, good defense, but when someone's so locked in, hand in their face, you have to try to mix it up a little bit?
I don't know. I mean, when somebody's making shots like that, you know, when they get a rhythm early, you see the ball going to the basket. It's tough to cut that water off. You know, we can only play the same type of defense again tonight, see where we end up. But I think we got some different stuff to put in there.
Let's go two more guys.
I don't know. You know, take shots whenever they're there. It's you know, it's how I'm feeling in the game, to tell you the truth. Who's got it going? What's it like in the scheme of the game? I can't put it into words, but like I always say, I know what I'm capable of. It's all about finding the time and place to do it.
One more.
Jimmy, when you go up against such a great defense and offensively, how much do you think that it's making that second and third option kind of disrupt that?
That's playoff basketball. Hardly ever is the first option going to be there. Second, if that as well. But then I think it's down to making plays for yourself and making plays for others. That's what this is going to be from here on out.
Still get on without gambling and did again after game one. How about your thoughts on that? When to do it, when not to, and what you talked to them about?
I mean, there is an element of especially with Jimmy, because I think he gets it right more than he doesn't. And we experienced this with Manu. And, you know, I don't want our guys playing afraid. You've heard me say that. And the balance of, you know, making a gamble or a read that you think is right on your doorstep, here I am, make a play, I encourage that. At times that if he would go way out of his way to make a rogue play, you know, it's at times punishing. And he gets it. I think the level of conversation that he and I have and the understanding that we both have is clean. And by and large, I think he gets it right way more than he doesn't. We need to do better. You know, we need to do better. I think when you look at Toronto's first line defense, it's really excellent. And like all of us, you know, probably things break down a little bit more if you can play side to side. And, you know, if we all wanted to make it even simpler, you can count passes and judge percent accordingly. You can judge success. How successful are we, you know, on 2 passes or less or 3 passes or more type stuff, and we do. And, you know, it's easy to just talk about like a black and white stat fact like that, but sometimes the game says, you know, like, I'm open, you got to shoot it. One of the things you feel the most in the playoffs, and it only gets exacerbated even more, is lots of times the first good look you got, you should probably take, because in NBA playoff world, those are rare, and so you can get tricked a little bit with that math that I just laid out. But by and large, you know, I do think that we have prided ourselves on good to great stuff, .5 stuff. We've been leading amongst the leaders in the NBA on assist percentage. We take pride in that, and I'm always looking to try to do better as it relates to this topic.
It seemed like in game one, you were really trying to live with that defense, multiply, and hope that he just didn't remain as comfortable as he was for the whole game. What's your tolerance level for that? Are you going to try to start with that again and hope that he just doesn't get into that comfort zone? Or are you going to try to mix up looks and room here?
You know, it's all on the table. Obviously, I'm not going to share it all, but your point is fair. When somebody has that volume of points in an isolated, oftentimes situation, you know, you can go all over the place. You can say, you know, are you double them? If you do, what area you coming from, like matchup, situation, whatever it is, it's just the most true part of your question is what's our tolerance level. And the game the other night, when you go back and you look at some of the shots that he made, it's like he's releasing it, and you got like 6'9", 6'10", 6'8", and Jimmy or Tobias 6'9", or Ben 6'10", and like he's making tough shots, but they go in, and so we all go back and figure out like what's the game plan, what are you going to do, and it's stuff that we've thought about a lot. Yeah. I think that's fair, and yes, it does. Yes, it does, and we have as elite a team certainly that I have ever coached, and what I refer to as dribble out guys, and Jimmy and Tobias and Ben, and so people, you know, anybody can lead the break, and I suppose in that environment be the point guard, and I think that the team, although there's not a huge body of work that we've been able to have over the course of the season, I think the notion that we have willing passers on our team is fair. And, you know, I think that in those worlds, you know, multiple people at times may have the ball, you know, and be sort of a point forward or whatever. But yes, I think we have an unselfish team, and I think lots of people can run stuff from that top spot. I mean, there's a reality that we understand nobody really gives us a chance. Like when you look at my media friend, Patrick, gave me an ESPN article where I think 2 out of 20, you know, thought that the Sixers could win. Our local writers, 0 for 6, thought we could win. And we understand that, and it's not anything like that influences us. In fact, in many ways, it motivates us. And your question about sense of urgency is fair. We've come to Canada, we've come to Toronto to try to find a win and go home. The NBA format of the playoffs, as I've said, in the Brooklyn series, in last year's playoffs, is always fascinating, sort of the way it evolves, unfolds, and so on, 2-2, 1-1, and all that stuff. I think that coming into tonight's game, it's same old, same old. We're here to get a win and go home. But we get the challenge. This is a hard place to play.
Brett, in terms of how they guarded Joel in game one, not only with Mark, but with Serge and with other multiple defenders and then Spawn Adams, how much of a challenge is that? What do you kind of look at to kind of free him up within that defensive zone?
I mean, you got stuff that can produce sort of paint catches, early rim runs, stuff that the pace of the game, the speed of the game doesn't allow as easily a crowd. And so you can talk about, like, what are you doing offensively with rim run type stuff in the first, say, 3 to 5 seconds of a shot clock. When the game is static, whether I say to you, I'm going to rip him into the post, or I'm going to cross screen him into the post, or I'm going to roll him into the post, like, go wherever you want into the post, short of it being like boom, catch shot, quick stuff, anything that's just doesn't produce a first look, a quick look, there's going to be a crowd. And so the answer isn't, here it is, like, here we go. It's not that. And so it's more about, the speed of which you can sort of get him down there and maybe, get him closer to the rim sooner, interest us. But, they're doing what we expected. He's an all-star for a reason, and the spacing behind is as much a part of this answer that I'm giving as it is with how you're going to get him there.
Is that kind of the twin challenges? One, having a post player in today's NBA, is how you have to create offense and how they can be schemed for. But also in terms of maybe him getting down the floor fast and all that, is his conditioning a bit of a worry with that, sort of asking him to kind of push harder every possession?
I mean, the reality, the fact that he has not, played a ton of basketball, none of us should be shocked to think, like, he's not at 100% fitness. And you could see it the other night, and so as opposed to me, force feeding an incredible amount of pace, which I think we're pretty good at when we do play fast, there are times like you just get Joel's situation, and I think he's trending right in the direction that we want. But to feel like it's going to be a track meet with Joe at this stage, given his lack of playing opportunities over the past, say, month, would be ridiculously naive and unfair to him. And so somewhere in the middle, like, you try to create an environment where he is still Joel Embiid and is as skilled as any big man in the NBA. I think he's been incredibly focused. I think that he's been incredibly aware, more aware of this environment given his experience last year. I think that there is a maturity that I see in him where he is just playing with a greater sense of purpose and poise. I just see growth, and I see it as much from sort of a how he approaches things as I do in, like, this is what he's doing on the court. I think his approach is mature, and I feel like at age 22, hear that, at age 22, it's pretty impressive, the stuff that he does obviously on the court, but to me I see as much growth planning, preparing, handling playoff atmosphere as anything. Right. I sort of go with the flow nowadays. You know, it's, I hope. I haven't spoken with him. We got on the bus, and I was informed of that, the sickness this morning. He, as you said, he will not be with us this morning. And I really don't know much more than that.